Multiple large winter storms and even a severe weather outbreak can be expected as we go into the later portion of this week. So in this video, we're going to be updating everybody around the country on what you need to know about your weather. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting off by taking a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for Wednesday here. We're going to have a slight risk of severe weather spanning across sections of east central Louisiana, south central Mississippi, and extreme southwestern Alabama here. We're thinking that this is mainly going to be a threat consisting of damaging winds up to 60 miles an hour, but some isolated hail and even a couple of tornadoes cannot be ruled out. Now, while this is the nearest threat for severe weather that we have, it is not the greatest in our near future. If we take a look at Saturday's Storm Prediction Center outlook, we can see that we've got a day 6 slight risk of severe weather spanning all the way from sections of Texas back through areas like Tennessee and Georgia, and we are expecting this to potentially get upgraded here over the next several days, so make sure to stay tuned into this channel because this could be one of our biggest tornado outbreaks of the year thus far if things play out like what they are expected to at this point. So let's go and take a look at what the ARRR model is forecasting for this upcoming severe weather event here on Wednesday. Now, if we take a look at things, we can see that we are going to have a bit of moisture there developing across sections of Arkansas and northeast Texas later into the nighttime hours of tonight and into the early morning time hours of tomorrow, but the big time severe weather threat really doesn't start to get going until Wednesday morning, all right? This is Tuesday at around 7 p.m. We can see that we've got some more thunderstorms developing across sections of East Texas and parts of Louisiana as well, and maybe we'll get a marginal risk of severe weather in place, but I really doubt it, and things really start to pick up there as we go into Wednesday morning. We're going to be talking about a big time severe weather threat there for sections of East Texas and Louisiana, but mainly just in terms of a damaging wind threat. We're going to have mostly a linear mode here of storms throughout the entirety of this event. Now, linear modes of storms are obviously known more for having a damaging wind threat than a tornado threat, but that doesn't mean that they can't produce QLCS embedded tornadoes. It does happen from time to time, so we need to make sure that we're on the lookout for any possibilities with this system. Now, if we take a look at the NAM model here, we can see that it's painting mostly the same exact scenario, but with a few key differences. Tomorrow night or tonight, I guess I should say, we are expecting these storms in northeast Texas to be a bit stronger than what the ARRR model was saying and maybe end up producing an isolated flooding threat if any storms do sit over areas for a long enough period of time, and then maybe a couple of isolated severe storms tomorrow afternoon, and if that does end up happening, we will have a live stream out for you guys. But again, the big severe weather threat really gets going Wednesday there with all those supercells developing, and I will say that early Wednesday morning, if any one of those supercells does become discrete and manages to take advantage of this crazy environment that we're going to have out here, it definitely could produce an isolated tornado or two, and again, they could even produce a couple of tornadoes by the time they've taken this line formation. It's just a bit less likely. Now, after that kind of cluster of thunderstorms moves through sections of Mississippi, the big line here for the damaging wind threat is going to be making its way through sections of Louisiana and Texas there Wednesday afternoon. It will continue to push eastward into areas like Mississippi and Tennessee by Wednesday night, producing more damaging winds and isolated tornadoes if any discrete supercells do pop out ahead of that line, as we will have heightened cape and wind shear values, especially across sections of central Mississippi. So, along with that system, you may have noticed that we are going to have a bit of a snow threat here for sections of the Midwest. We've actually got 2 winter storms coming that could bring some significant impacts to sections of the Midwest and the Ohio Valley over the next several days. So, taking a look at things, we can see that we do have a little bit of a snow band here today across sections of Iowa and southern Wisconsin by later tonight, but it's not likely that that is going to be any sort of major winter storm threat that's really going to rack up those snow totals too high, maybe a good inch or so, but you start to notice by later tonight that we could have some wintry mix and even some snow starting to mix in there in sections of southern Missouri with our thunderstorms down into parts of Arkansas. Now, this is going to be pretty interesting because this system, as the temperatures continue to drop into the late nighttime hours of tonight, we can see that that snow really starts to take over there in sections of Kentucky, southern Illinois, and southeastern Missouri. Now, we do have some winter weather advisories and even some winter storm warnings out for sections of the mid-Atlantic region, as this could be a big-time snow event for areas like West Virginia, and even sections of Maryland. So, we will be on the lookout for any significant snow accumulation from that, and as that kind of takes its way over to the East Coast, we start to see another system develop here around Wednesday night, maybe Tuesday night even, in sections of Nebraska and Iowa. By Wednesday morning, we see this really taking shape, bringing some extremely heavy snow there to sections of Kansas and Oklahoma. Mind you, this is all while we're going to be dealing with thunderstorms down in areas like Texas and Arkansas, but very heavy snow there for a prolonged period of time. We could be talking about, 1 to 2 inch per hour rates, which is very significant. So again, if you are out here in this area, make sure that you are prepared prepared for this big-time winter storm. The very dangerous thing with this system is that we could end up seeing another big-time freezing rain event like we had with this area several times recently. So if you are out here in areas like southern and central Missouri, same thing with southern and central Illinois, make sure to be prepared for some potential freezing rain accumulation, as that could definitely mess up those roadways a little bit. And then again, snow should stay kind of north there of the I-72 corridor, but we could see a few spots potentially dip a little bit further down to the south. Now, if things were to play out like that, that would be pretty interesting, but the HRRR model has a bit of a different picture for this event, right? We can see that snow band kind of continuing there throughout the nighttime hours here across sections of Iowa and Wisconsin. Again, really not bringing us any significant snow, but that big band of snow there stretching all the way from southern Missouri back through western sections of Virginia still looks very concerning later tonight, and as that continues to push off to the east, it will grow further north as well, and again, really pack on those snow totals there for areas in the mid-Atlantic region especially, but also across areas in the Ohio Valley, so we'll have to look out for that. Now, again, that second winter storm system will kind of be developing there sometime Tuesday night across sections of Kansas and Nebraska, and really becoming heavy across sections of Kansas as we go into Wednesday morning, so that'll be the big thing to look out for there, and then again, maybe some isolated freezing rain as well across sections of Kansas, Missouri, and Illinois. So if that were to play out, what would these snow totals look like? Well, this is the NAM snowfall total counter here for these two big-time winter storms that we are expecting over the next several days. Now, keep in mind this system that we are expecting to happen kind of later this week will eventually make its way over to sections of the northeastern United States and the eastern Ohio Valley, so those snow totals may be a little bit lower than what they could actually end up being on this chart right now, but we can see that we're expecting a good half foot of snow there for Chicago. Areas in central and northern Kentucky maybe pick up on a good half foot of snow, but again, it's really areas in Appalachian, the mid-Atlantic region, that get the worst of this. We are talking about some areas potentially getting over a foot of snow in places like West Virginia and Virginia in the Appalachian Mountains. So again, if you are out here, make sure that you are staying safe. This could be a potentially record-breaking winter storm event for some of you folks out there. Now, again, we are going to have a little bit of a heavier swath of snow impacting the Kansas City metro region. Maybe you guys pick up on a good half foot of snow, but overall, nothing too crazy. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Before we end off here, I do want to quickly thank all of our channel members. If you guys would like to become a channel member, make sure to do so by clicking the link down in the description. You guys will get access to exclusive videos, custom stickers and chat, exclusive forecasts, everything like that. And again, you do get a shout out at the end of each video here. But we did just recently post a members-only video just the other day, actually, on this channel for some thunderstorm footage that I got. So if you want to check stuff like that out, make sure to become a member by clicking the link down in the description. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace. We do have a brand new series coming out soon on my second channel, Davis Does Games, so if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to that. If you'd like to see the trailer for that series, that'll be on your screen now. Peace for real this time.